Bulletin number 46 excerpt. A word to Third World War. A clarification. When I spoke in my bulletins of a prophecy that points to the years of 2003, 2006, 2010 and 2011, in which a Third World War could become a possibility, it does not refer to a prediction but only to a prophecy. In answering the many inquiries respectively, it is obvious that it is necessary again to repeat that the bulletins do not refer to a prediction but to a prophecy that reveals the mentioned dates. Prophecies are always changeable, for they do not rest upon something that forces prophecies to be fulfilled, contrary to predictions that fulfill themselves with absolute certainty. Prophecies rest upon logical and consistent thought processes that out of certain causes again will develop certain effects. In fact, according to actions developed out of causes, the effect will be the result. Therefore, a prophecy represents nothing else than effects that could develop out of certain causes. Each cause can be created in such a way that from it develops either positive or negative. When a prophecy is made, the significance of its representation is that the effect will be shown which will arise out of a negative cause. If not at once, will be acted in different or positive way, because as a rule, the negative will be laid out to the human being that he/she develops out of causes. This therefore, that the human being will think about the evil he/she is just about to create. Therefore, the consequences, i.e. the negative effects of his/her actions, will be pointed out in a prophetic manner, so that the human being can begin to act reasonably and avoid evil consequences, i.e. negative effects, and make something good and positive out of his thoughts, feelings and actions. Therefore, it depends on human beings themselves if a prophecy does fulfill itself or not. That is true in respect to a Third World War, for the prophecies do not say that a Third World War will be unavoidable, but refer to the possibility of such a war if human beings will not change and stop their political and warlike and religious insane behavior and do not make a beginning to change toward the positive in all areas. So it is solely up to human beings themselves if the prophecy fulfills itself or not. And that is correct in the case of the Third World War, which in fact does not have to happen if human beings finally will be reasonable and bring the powerful and mighty to their senses, who are in fact all those stupid, power-hungry, greedy for profit, self-complacent, greedy, hateful, idiotic, and are crazy enough to launch wars and incite those of the people who are stupid and idiotic and will scream pro and her and take up arms to kill innocent human beings. Contrary to prophecies, predictions are unavoidable happenings and will be in some way predicted by clairvoyance through visions or through a glance into the future. They are true, unstoppable and unchangeable and cannot be avoided. Neither in recent times nor in times past has a prediction been given for a Third World War. Only prophecies exist in this respect that do not have to fulfill themselves, as everybody knows, if human beings act reasonably against these and do not let a threat become reality. Therefore, in respect of a Third World Fire, it depends entirely on the reason, behavior, and action of the human being, if he/she will let the prophecy become reality or not. There is in fact not a Third World War predicted. The prophecy speaks solely of a possibility that such a war could become reality in the years 2003, 2006, 2010 and 2011, and in later years too, if the human being continues to pursue war on a military, political and religious basis and does not apply reason and lets the mighty of religion and states muddle on, and lets the stupid and idiotic be incited by irresponsible and criminal elements. An ancient prediction speaks of women who, in the third millennium, will come into power and will create peace, freedom, love and harmony. Subsequently, men will be forced to relinquish their despotic rule they have kept for thousands of years. Truly a very pleasant prediction, but it will bring disadvantages in the beginning, because at first Women will come into powerful positions who are just as overbearing and idiotic as those gentlemen who bask in their power and create wars, terrorize the people and look for humble and submissive idiots who will be in bondage to them. At first, only a few women in the world will take the rudder as mothers of the new millennium, and later, little by little, the real true mothers will step forward and will lead the world toward peace, freedom, love, order and harmony. Unfortunately, it is true in this respect too, that all the beginnings are difficult and false mothers will at first take the rudder, until the true mothers of the millennium will take the destiny of mankind into their hands and create a world in which fear of misery, suffering and wars will be gone, as well as greed for power and injustice which the mighty power of men had forced upon mankind of earth for thousands of years with their greed for power and control and in their overbearing behavior. Billy. The end.